episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. I'm Fern. We got Joelle on the ones and twos in a full house today. Ryan in the house, Mimi in the house, Mike in the house, and our awesome, esteemed, very unique guest is not here yet. So we're going to continue, and they're going to join us in a minute. They might be a little late. Could be a time zone thing. We never know. You never know. Things happen on the podcast. Hello and welcome to Two Fat Guys.
Have you guys seen all the socials about the choco wax roses?
Man.
You got to go to the Instagram.
Man.
We put a highlight because there's so many.
Did you?
Yeah,
you put a highlight,
reel.
a highlight showing everybody?
Yeah.
I like how Tracy's calling them the
Choco Locos.
Choco Locos. Go Tracy.
It kind of made me
Isn't
think
that
of like
ice cream that you get at the ice cream machine guy, the ice cream van?
I thought a Choco Loco was totally like
Choco taco.
In Ecuador, there's a
taco.
Choco Loco.
There is a
There's an
Choco
ice cream
Loco.
I thought it was
in
the
Ecuador,
Dracula. The Dracula, the Choco Loco.
That's Count Chocula.
Count Chocula.
I always think of
2,
cereal.
3 bots.
Anyways, sorry.
There's this one gas station that we stop in on the way to the farm that has like this amazing freezer that has the most amazing, like they have Magnums.
Mm-hmm.
They have all these ice creams.
The
One of them
Avelina.
is Choco Loco.
Avelina.
Somebody really likes my little Dove chocolates that mommy buys me. They're dwindling, the chocolate flavor one.
I've had one almost every time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I eat them too.
So,
Why are you putting them out there, man?
No.
Damn.
No, it gets me over the hump.
it does, right? It's the perfect little amount of sweet right after your lunch or, whatever. I had to stop
They're not
buying.
that terrible.
No.
Stressful moments.
They're not that terrible for you. I don't think that really sways your weight loss or not.
I reached out to them. At my thinnest was during COVID, and I was doing the keto, and I reached out to them because they couldn't find them, and I had to go to Milam's and fill out a form like, where are my things? I need them. Like I tweeted them. I tweeted Dove and everything, and it's like a big obsession in my house. Like my husband was like, okay, I need to find you your Doves because it calms me down.
Love it.
Chocolate,
Corporate America
chocolate.
Dove knows Mimi.
Yeah, they do. They know Mimi Pacheco.
I eat the Rebel ice cream almost every night.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, that's a good one
and
too.
Mommy couldn't find it in Publix, so she went to complain to the manager, and the next day they were there.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
That is the best keto tasting ice cream is the Rebel.
And if you put a squirt of the Land O'Lakes sugar-free heavy whipping cream on it.
I just put a squirt in my
any
mouth.
opinion on this,
Logan,
Joel?
that's Logan's
So you
favorite
can't,
treat.
though.
Nothing to chime in here?
You
I don't
can't
understand what you
squirt
guys
the
are
whipped
saying.
cream without Sid running from wherever he is. He hears it no matter what room he's in.
Yeah.
He runs for his squirt.
So I get a lineup,
Stop saying
right?
squirt.
Logan is the first one that is like, can I have? And he opens his mouth and he's like, ah.
Yeah, of course.
And then right after Logan is Piper and Fresh and Sadie. All of them looking at me like, okay, I'm
This is
next.
whipped cream?
Whipped cream. Yeah.
What about the whipped cream you guys had at the golf event?
Now,
Oh,
whip shot.
man.
Now
They were
pretty
driving around the golf cart, squirting in everybody's mouth.
Yeah,
It
I
was
know.
hilarious.
Pause.
I know. Oliver's
It
like,
was
I don't
That
feel.
didn't sound right.
I
Oh,
got
it's like-
I
I tried to get you
got a
something.
double.
Pause.
I got a double squirt.
Oliver literally said, I don't feel bad
I
for
got
you.
squirted in my face on accident.
Pause.
Oh, it's a great start to this podcast.
When I
love
got
it.
home, Oliver goes, I don't feel bad for you when you're like, I have to work and I have a golf tournament. He's like, you're hanging out with the pretty girl. You guys are running around having fun. He goes, no, this is not.
Yeah,
And I
Barbie
was like-
looks at some of these things and she's like, "Oh, where terrible place are you off to now?"
I know,
when you're
yeah. And I'm
working?"
like, no, it's difficult. It is difficult.
So, new building. Coming along quite nicely.
"Oh man,
I haven't been there in
I was-
4 days.
I was there yesterday
I was
and
there
I
this
was
morning, yeah.
so impressed. Did they close off the rest of the wholesale complex?
Not yet. That side is still
'Cause they
open,
were
they're
so
still
close.
building the office inside of there.
They did close the Raquel room, the tropical room,
The
and
Raquel room, the production.
the production room, the
The
tropical
Raquel room,
Sorry.
yo.
and
The multi-purpose room.
Yes, that's closed.
it's everything
in.
except the cash and carry.
The tropical room
It's massive.
is massive.
It's
It's
massive.
huge.
Well, it's not all going to be bunches. We're
No,
going to
it's
store our
boxes, for
boxes.
sure.
No,
Sure.
it's going to be boxes. It's going to be storage. It's going to be a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
There they go.
Just coming along. Almost there. Ready to go.
So excited.
Hello, guys. Are we there?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so our guests have joined us. Joining us today, we have Belen Garcia, sales manager, Cristina Maldonado, sales rep, from Florsani.
Yay.
Welcome.
So happy
Thank
to
you
have
so
you guys
much,
on.
guys.
Thank
The
you for joining us.
fabulous Florsani.
Yeah. So
We're
it all
happy to join
started.
you.
It all started in Holland a couple years ago, right?
It did. That's correct.
I met with you in the stand, and we were talking, and I was very
Yes,
skeptical.
exactly. We were at the dinner. Do you remember, Mike? We were at a dinner, and they told me that's Mike from Jet Fresh. Do you know him? And I was like, no, I know who he is, but I haven't met him in person. So I was like, I need to meet him in person because I follow Jet Fresh in all the social media, and I really admire you guys. So I really love what you do, the things that you do with the dogs, all the stickers, all the presents, everything that you do for me, it's amazing. So I had to tell you that, like, in person, Mike. So I was like really embarrassed to go and tell you just like, hi, I am Belen from Florsani, and suddenly you were mentioning all these situations and things, but I think that at the end we were able to come up with a lot of ideas and a really nice relationship.
Well, I think it's a little bit of it is like-minded, right? I think it's amazing what you guys do at Florsani with the dogs.
Before we get into the dogs, why don't we describe Florsani, where they are, what they grow?
Yeah. People are going to be, wow. No one's going to it's pretty impressive. Please tell us.
Please, you're the one that is in Malchingi right now. Tell us a little bit about the weather over there.
I'm actually right now at the farm. So the farm is located north of Quito, to the capital city, about an hour away from Quito. That's the capital city of Ecuador. We are located at a very considerable altitude, about, I think it's 2,800 meters high, above sea level. So it's the weather here, it's pretty interesting. It's a very, it's the farm.
It's
is
always
pretty big.
foggy up there in the morning.
Yeah.
It's
In the
always
morning
foggy.
it's usually foggy, yeah. But in general, the weather, it tends to be dry, kind of like desert-like, the weather here. Kind of, we do get rain sometimes in the year. Lately, it's been pretty cold and pretty rainy, weirdly, because it's not usually like that. But it's pretty amazing. It's a big farm. We're about 240 hectares here in Malchingi.
What? Hold on.
Yeah,
hold
productive
on.
about 180.
240.
240 hectares.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in English, that
Oh
means,
my God.
I'm going to tell you what that means. That means 240 times.
And how many in
2.5.
production?
That means 600 acres.
That's like, the scene in Lion King where
Cigüeña.
Mufasa and Simba are sitting
That's
down and he's
600.
like, everything the light touches as far as your eye can see is your
Everything the
kingdom.
light touches is Florsani.
Florsani.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're standing in the at the topmost part of the farm, that right at one of the water reservoirs, you can actually see it like that. It looks like, Simba's pride.
That's cool.
Pretty much.
I love that.
Dude, yeah.
Love
We could repeat that scene over there when you
Yeah.
guys visit us.
That would make good social media. You
Oh,
should
yeah.
probably try that.
Just use the exact audio from the
That's
movie
right.
and just film it in your farm.
I think
Yeah.
you should
That's
try
a nice
that.
idea.
So productive hectares here in Malchingi, we have about 180. And then we also have more locations that are one is more to the north part where we're located. And then there is one that is in Urkuki, because we have different types of varieties that are grown in warmer weathers. So we actually need more warmer, but more humid weather in order to grow some other varieties. So we have different locations, and we also have another one where we grow some of the greens.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so much. It makes sense with the pictures that Mike sent when he visited, and he shows this post-harvest that
The
looks-
new one.
The new one that looks like it's bigger than a
Holy
football
shit.
field. It looks like the biggest building possibly in Ecuador of beautiful flowers
Yeah.
and Gypsophila and everything everywhere. I was just blown away.
Yeah, the finished product from the last time I was there a couple months ago, and then like a month ago I was there, and then a year before that, they had just started building it. So I really didn't get it. But wow, that is something else. I could describe it. You want me to describe it?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so this is how I saw it. First of all, from the outside looking in, you are surprised. You are surprised. When you go, there's like this nice fountain that's really kind of cool to look at. And then you go into this building and then it just opens up into this ginormous, I don't know how many square meters it is, but it's huge. And it's kind of like the auction in Holland, but miniaturized.
Gotcha.
You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, I won't even say miniaturized. It's a reduced
size.
kind
yeah.
of size of kind of like how you have, like they have this gangway that you could walk on top and look down at everything.
Right.
And then it goes, it spans.
Like in Holland that you're
Yeah,
looking down.
and there's offices up there and there's all kinds of stuff. But then you look down and there's like this sea of people. And on one side of it, there's 500, correct me if I'm wrong, 500 people working only on gypso.
My God.
Only on gypso. There's 500 people processing gypso in one side. And you go to the other side and you have all the other miscellaneous products.
Like
Be-
what?
The delphinium, the hypericum, the ranunculus, the sunflowers, the crispidias, tell me if I miss anything. The rumex, the shit.
Limonium.
Well, we need you to go back.
They got a lot of
So
stuff.
how many products
And
do
then
you
wait,
grow?
this is the coolest part of all. In the center,
Mm-hmm.
between both, is the centralized cooler, where they have storage of bunches in buckets on carts, and then they have the other side of that is the packing area where the guys are packing all the orders and then they're storaging the orders and loading the truck. So everything happens in this central location, which is really well thought out. And what I really like about it, and I believe that's your brother's ideas, right, Belen? He brought in sea containers of Dutch buckets,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Like
Yeah.
the auction buckets?
Auction buckets, but they're white.
Uh-huh.
And I like the white ones because you can see the water level in it, so that's smart to have the white ones. He has white ones, and then he has all of these Danish carts. Everything looks so uniform. Like you go to a lot of farms, you got 50 different kinds of buckets and 50 different kinds of wagons. Everything is very organized and very uniform. And the people have they have teams, right? They got the pink people. The pink people are motivating the other colored people. Like, can you just describe that? I forgot the Japanese thing. I forgot all about that. You have to describe that, Cristina. I can't.
Sure. So basically, you have like the two different post-harvest as Mike described. On the one side, you have all the gypso, and on the other side, you have the miscellaneous products. So, Fern, you were asking how many products we have. So right now we have over 34 products, in addition to, including gypso, which we have different sub varieties on all of them. So we work with Kaizen. Kaizen is this Japanese philosophy that is sort of like the one that farm revolves around. All of the activity of the farm revolves around Kaizen. The main idea of Kaizen is to continuously improve. It actually means continuous improvement. So what the farm does is try to to make sure that all of the areas avoid waste in terms of space, in terms of time, of product, of everything that revolves around the operation. So you have the people who are like the supervisors of each of the lanes in the post-harvest that actually work on the product. So they are in charge of overseeing everything that is going on, looking after the people, checking how the production and the processing of the orders is going. And they also have their KPIs, which are their key performance indicators, to see how they're doing. And part of the system of Kaizen, that's why actually when Mike came, he saw some people in yellow shirts. The people in yellow shirts that whenever you visit the farm, you see them, they are people who are learning. they are in what are called dojos, which are like training workshops, where they get to learn how to do the entire process. So you see people with different, you can say, color coding in the post-harvest, and that actually responds or answers to the Kaizen process that we have. So all the farm revolves around and works under the Kaizen philosophy, which is continuous improvement.
But it's very difficult to implement. So kudos to you guys to actually successfully do that, because the amount of organization and everybody has to be on board. Like for Kaizen, everybody has to be ready to go. If not,
they have like a special room for that. Like a special, like it's actually in the center point is the Kaizen room. It's in the center point
That's
of
really
everything.
cool.
Who brought in that influence? Where did that come from?
Well, Gonzalo has been always like a super fan of the Japanese philosophy, and with the bonsais, and he also visited Japan and also a farm in Africa. Actually, he visited one time, and he felt in love of the philosophy, because that's the way that every person is accountable.
Yeah.
So that's the way. At first, we hired the organization, the Kaizen organization, that had that was existing in Colombia at that time. And there was a girl over there that her name is Paola, that she was like the one assigned to make all the process in Florsani. But we felt in love of this process, and actually we hired her to make part of the whole department, of the Kaizen department that we constructed and built.
So she's a full-time
after
employee now?
Yes, she's a
So she
full-time
was-
employee now.
She was able to take the philosophy and implement it at the farm, catered to you guys, because
Exactly. Yeah, and it's very interesting because I know that other farming in Africa did have it, but to make it from scratch, from zero, in a gypso farm, because Kaizen involves everything. So you need to design the tables. You need to design the reason why the cold room is in the middle is because of Kaizen, because that way you're able to get in from one side the gypso process, and from the other side the variety process. So everything has a reason, and everything is because of something, and everything always has the opportunity to be improved. So that's the idea with the Kaizen philosophy.
good change.
I love that. So that would be a core value of the farm.
That's for sure. And we always share it. We wanted to share it because we think that it's a really good thing to implement in other farms. So we are really open to that. If you want more information about that, for sure, we can share with you how you're able to start the basics. Every single person in the farm goes to classes. We call it University, Florsani University, where we have classes of the basics of Kaizen and the basics of other things. But Kaizen is mainly the most important thing that you need to understand together with the philosophy of the farm.
There's some really good, there's a lot more than just Kaizen. There's some other really good like Japanese philosophies. Like there's a bunch of them. And
Ryan just got back from Japan, so
yeah,
he's fresh in mind with that.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's coming up in all my conversations. Like I was trying not to talk about it to everybody, but like people kept asking about it and it just kept coming up.
Well, it's an absolute bucket list kind of deal, right? Going to that country in that area. I mean, it's so far away.
And that's a business model that people have been trying to take, and I've seen it in other companies, but not in a farm level. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's incredible that you were able to take it, but that makes sense that you brought somebody in to just take it, because you have to be able to have that. It's almost like, think of the wildest thing, that blue ocean idea, right? You have to be able to look at it in big picture and break it down into that model, which is not easy. Like, it's super organized.
Not just that, they were an existing farm. It's not like they built the farm and said,
You
okay,
have to say-
we're going to build this farm with this philosophy. They had their farm and they changed everything.
Was there
to make the
resistance
philosophy.
from people? Was there any resistance?
Always. Yes, always. You know that we are human beings.
Yeah.
So we are always used to do something like this way. So to make that change, it was really hard for some people. But the way that Kaizen deals with things, it's amazing because they start like from the bottom. Like we need to find solution for this specific thing, and they start like making all the process from zero. So you understand so clearly why you are doing the changes and why you need those changes. And the most important thing is that you need to keep changing. That's the thing about Kaizen, that you never stop because always you have to keep improving. So when you think that a process is done, like it's not done yet. We're continuing with the second process of the farm, but we're going to come back this way. So that's the thing, it's always like a cycle. And that's why our logo is like that. I don't know if you have seen our logo, but it has 4 petals, and in the 4 petals it's like a cycle over there. So that means that it's a constant improvement.
Well, do you think at this point, with all your expansion and with your amazing new post-harvest, that this Kaizen is actually the main ingredient for the efficiencies and for the quality? Is that direct result?
I think that yes, it tries always to help. We need for sure more improvement in a lot of things. But Kaizen is for sure the main ingredient of all processes. So yes, we are over there. A big expansion and so fast is not always that good. You need like to keep up with a lot of things, and I think that's the most difficult thing. But we saw an opportunity in different things, and for sure, we promise we are making like the best of the jobs that we could do over there. So we always try to keep the people also trying to teach them the philosophy, and always to share the philosophy, because that's important. One thing is to be conscious about the philosophy of the farm, but we really think that you need to live it. Like the certifications, for example, fair trade, rainforest, we have all of that. But if you don't really believe in them and live them, it's different. So that's what we try to share with all the people. With this big expansion, we need to hire a lot of people every time. And that's the hard thing, to keep this philosophy spreading. And that's also the hard thing in the other locations, because in Malchingi, we have been growing together with the town. So it has been amazing. Together with their help, we have been building a lot of dreams together with the community, together with the children of the town, together with the elderly people in the town. So it has been like a cycle of a lot of emotions and a lot of dreams together with them. So right now that we have different locations, it's quite different because we are the new ones over there. So we are trying to also share a little bit our philosophy, the Kaizen thing, and also about the Florcan project, for example. The idea is not only to give jobs, but also to try to share the different programs that we have also in different areas of Ecuador. So that's the idea.
You said it was called Floricamp?
Florcan is the name.
Floricamp.
Yes. So basically what we do in Florcan is rescue dogs and cats from streets that are in very bad situation. And what we do is recover them and we put them in adoption so that they can find a second opportunity in families that love them.
Rehoming them.
Chris, it's amazing.
Yeah. We gotta talk. We gotta go back. We gotta talk a lot about that.
They also train the dogs. They have training. So when you adopt a dog, you're not starting from zero. The dog is already trained, housebroken, how to walk on a leash.
The cats too.
The cats do.
Cats just do their own thing. You can't train a cat.
You gotta train a cat a little bit.
Nah.
Outdoor cats and indoor cats are different, though.
But but if you use a kitty litter.
All right, so hold on. For you fatties that
Juanita has like 5 or 6 cats that she's picked
Juanita
up
is a
in
cat.
the street.
She is a cat.
Juanita is she is Catwoman.
So for you fatties that don't know, if you've never been to Ecuador, there is dogs and cats everywhere. There's beautiful animals everywhere you go. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't have a home to go to. So it's awesome because you're driving down the street, you're heading to a farm, and everywhere you go, everywhere you look, there's a dog. There's a dog chasing your truck or chasing your car. It's amazing. And all different types of breeds. So I think, number one, it's super honorable that you guys are taking them in, training them, feeding them, taking care of them, and getting them prepared for, like you said, a second home. That's awesome.
Let me tell you how cool it is. The sales team, where Cristina is sitting right now, is next door to where the dogs are. There's like a run for the dogs. They have a big area that's fenced in, and they have a free run there. And they built this new amazing building. And the sales team says, "No, we don't want to move over that amazing building. We want to stay right here next to the dogs."
I don't blame them.
Yeah, and they all have their dogs.
Wait,
in the
we don't
office
want to go. Yes.
Wait. They're allowed to bring their pets to the office, but they have to pay, and the money they pay to bring their dogs to the office gets donated to the other dogs.
Very cool.
It's super cool. Yeah.
Can we do that?
So your dogs, how many dogs do you guys have right now? Do you know how many dogs in the rescue?
Currently, the program has about 90 dogs
Wow.
in total.
90.
Because the thing is, as we get them adopted, we get them, we get them prepped, we have them, checked with a vet, make sure that they're healthy. We also get them trained so that they become suitable candidates for adoption, and we can start looking, for families so we can find them house. But the thing is, we find new homes for the ones that are here, but then we continuously are getting new dogs all the time.
Of course.
So that number revolves around 90. Here, what Mike was telling you, right next to the sales office, we have, I think it's about 12 right now, the ones that we have right here next door. And yes, we get to bring, employees get to bring their dogs. We pay a fee that is sort of like a daycare fee, but that supports the program. That also helps, support the program. And as employees, we also get the chance to become, to sponsor the dogs that are in the program.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so you become like their godmother or their godfather. So you start,
Nice.
Taking care of them, and we pay a fee to make sure that they, get their shots, get fed, get all their doctor's appointments and everything. So it's honestly really cool.
How long have you guys been doing
I would end up
that?
adopting every dog I could.
Yeah. How long have you been
Oh my
doing
God,
that?
I think the first dog that arrived to Florsani was at least 15 years ago.
Wow.
So his name was Bruno, and he was like a Beethoven, like a very big guy.
Saint
Yes.
Bernard.
A San Bernard, yes, exactly. So we took him to the vet, and they were like, "Oh, I think he's not going to last that long. He's going to be with you like maybe 3 months, more or less like that." So we were like, "Okay, let's give him a vet." And after that, we took care of him, and he lasted 10 years with us.
Wow.
10 years. When
Amazing.
the vet, it was amazing. So he was actually the first dog that we rescued, but after him, because we always go to the farm, so in the streets we were always like checking and dogs that were like really harmed and this and that. So we start over there like taking care of them. So I think like maybe the foundation like Florcan started not so long ago, but the rescue part, yes, like 15 years, I could say.
That's amazing. Do you have a number? 90 dogs per day times 15 years? Do you have like a total number or something like that?
A total number, we were trying to figure it out, but right now we are like 100 that we have already given in adoption and taking into consideration the puppies that are a little bit more easy to be adopted, but it's around 100 that we have given into adoption. Yes.
That's so cool.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Bravo.
That is a beautiful thing.
So it's not common for like you can't consider them just a farm. It's a corporation. It's like the big show right there. And it's not common for them, for any company of that size, to have something like that on the side going on. Because it's a distraction. It's another responsibility.
It's another company.
It's not common. So, that's why.
But that's one of the many, right, of the social responsibility projects that you guys have, because you guys have the pollinator program too, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that the company really thinks Florsani, yes, it's part of the projects, but it's not 100% part of the projects. So that's why we are always looking for different, how do you say this, to be able to find different ways of sponsorship, for example, or to find different ways that not only Florsani, it's the company that give us the money.
To make it self-sustainable. The idea is to make the project self-sustainable. Mm-hmm. Because we, in addition,
a little bit more about the bees and all the algae project.
Yeah, so that's, like, personally for me, that is one of the things that made me fall in love with Florsani when I just came, because there are so many different ways in which the farm has become a part of the community and has taken care not only of the people in Malchingi, who are the ones that are close, but also the environment. So it's sort of like what Belen was telling you. The Florsani way is something that you have to live it. So you live it also through the different projects that the farm has. We have the pollinator program, which is called Project Abeja, which is bee in Spanish. We have a population of about 2 million bees here at the farm, and we have beekeepers coming constantly to check on them, because we understand that bees are essential to the balance of the environment.
Hugely essential.
Yeah, definitely. So we take care of them sometimes when we have, like during the drought season, where they don't find enough, flowers in bloom so they can, feed themselves. The beekeepers feed them artificially, with sugared water. We keep track on everything, how everything is going. Sorry, those are little kids that are barking right now. So we also have the algae project, which is also a very beautiful project, really. The farm has donated land for the elderly of the community, so that they can produce. They like people who were usually farmers. Like traditionally, they were farmers, but the idea is for them to, keep them active, make sure that they are able to continue, with their lives. Several of them are by themselves, or like alone. Some other elderly from the community have been abandoned by their families, because you have a lot of, migration from the rural areas into the cities. So some of them are by themselves. And the idea that the farm has is that they can find an activity that keeps them active, that keeps them, lucid, that keeps them happy also. Yeah. And they can also self-sustain from that. They produce different vegetables and different products that they use in the main diner, that is organized by the local authorities here in Malchingi. So they get to feed themselves, and it also contributes into their daily activities, in order to make sure that they are healthy and that they are active, and they also make community among themselves, so that they're not like all alone. That is personally, I think that's a very, very beautiful project. Usually when we have visitors, we showcase the vegetables that the elderly produce in their, in their patch of land. So it's really, really cool. Another thing we do for the community that I think it's also really good, since the community grew along with the farm, we understand that, community growth can also come with some downsides, like exposure for children into a lot of, newcomers, or, as things get bigger, there are new, dangers for the youth in a way. Okay. So we want to keep them focused. So the farm sponsors and supports a school where initially it was only a football sort of like workshop in the afternoons for them, or a football, team in the afternoons. But right now, it's also incorporated arts.
Nice.
So it's the football and arts school for the children and youth of the community in Malchingui.
Super cool.
So that's the idea, to keep them focused so they don't drop out from school. The idea, and this is something that has already, become a reality, is for them to continue their studies, to go to college, and then come back to the farm. So we already have a couple of people who went to the soccer school, managed to go to college, and now they're working at the main offices here.
Beautiful.
Hold on. Can we get a round of applause? Like, wow. Dogs, cats, you're looking after the elderly, you're looking after the youth, you're looking after bees so that our environments and our flowers can,
You guys, that's going to be the next blue zone. You guys are going to have people that are living forever, because that's also a very Japanese thing to do, to take care of the elderly. It's very, so you guys are headed for the blue zone there. I like that.
I think that when you do things with love, everything goes smoothly, and you can for sure like keep your dreams like going on. And that's the thing. This is a dream, a constant dream. We really enjoy and we really love what we do. And I think that's the secret, like to think in everybody, in the ecosystem, in the animals, in the suppliers, and of course in the clients that are for the ones, because of you, we could make this. Like, it's because of you that we are achieving all of this. So for sure, you are part of us.
Thank you. That's amazing. I'm really blown away. Like, I knew about the dogs, but I didn't know about everything else. And I just, it's like, like, wow. Where do you find the time to grow the flowers, the beautiful flowers? Like, where's the rest of the time? Amazing. Congratulations, guys. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Impressive all the way around. And for me, it's a people thing. It's a relationship thing. And I'll tell you straight out, I was very skeptical about our conversation. Because they're partners with Elite, correct? And Elite doesn't do business with us. So I was like, nah, this is no waste of our time. It's never going to happen. And I was assured that it would happen. And not only did it happen, but like we've developed, at least from my side, we've developed a really solid understanding of one another's business. And they have become a key supplier to us. And I'm super happy with our relationship. And Chris, you're doing a great job. I would tell you, Belen, you're over there in Chicago doing your studies.
I know.
But you're in good hands. She's doing a great job, and very attentive. Every question is answered immediately. I have and she's busy. I mean, you have 1 million hectares of flowers to sell. She's busy.
And the kids, and the elderly, and the bees, and the children.
There's a lot of shit going on.
There's a lot going on over there. It's impressive.
So, thank you. Thank you. And you know what else is cool about Florsani? When you leave, you get this brown paper bag at the guard shack. And the brown paper bag has water and some chocolates and my favorite banana chips.
Oh, the plantain chips.
Yep, my favorite.
Platanitos.
So that's great when you leave, because you work up a little bit of an appetite.
Sure.
Well, there's a lot to see. There's a lot to walk around and do.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Mike,
It's
I
a
need to
little
go.
treat.
Yeah, Mike, I need to go with you next time, because actually we had that amazing video that you made that got us like 111,000 views about the unicorn.
That would be
the
viral.
Rumex.
That would be viral
we,
in our...
Yeah, we had 111, right. But then you filmed another one with M about the Gyp, but the audio was off.
Yeah.
So we couldn't post it. So that was our 220,000.
Yeah,
so
but
I have to go and get plantain chips and see the dogs and see the elderly and see everybody.
I will tell you that their phone was ringing after that Rumex video, right? People was like, I want some of that too.
Well, and now it just won, right?
It won.
It just
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Another round of applause for you guys. Yes.
Oh, look at the puppy.
Did you know we got hate mail about the Rumex? that
Why? What
because
happened?
apparently it grows like on the side of the road here in the United States, and it's
an invasive species.
weed,
Yeah.
and it's not. So people didn't understand that these were hybridized and for cut flower and stuff. But
I had to get the official response that if like you were to throw out the flower, the Rumex, would it not turn into? I'm like, no, it doesn't have roots. It will not come back, and it's not going to take it. Yeah, it was,
You can go look at the video
Social media
and see the
is such a
comments. They're still there.
double-edged
The
sword.
comments are still
It's
there.
Such a
but right
double-edged
now,
sword.
hanging green amaranthus is scarce. Right,
Right.
now,
Yep.
it's the perfect substitute. People are gobbling
Yeah.
it up. It's a perfect substitute.
I don't, we almost can't get enough. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Did you guys? You weren't at the show at Wolf's Up. Did you see the Rumex dress?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Danziger.
We sent the roommates and everything in order that they could achieve that. So we were really proud.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
You
no.
should
the
be.
result.
Monica did an amazing job for Danziger.
Yes.
She was all over it. I mean, what
Mimi
a
said
job.
she was making that in her hotel room.
Yeah.
she
that's
showed
impressive.
me pictures. Yeah.
Took her hours.
Good for her.
Took her a long time.
So the unicorn, Rumex unicorn, is what won the Excellence Award
The
at
first
Wolf's,
time.
The first ever.
First ever.
First ever Excellence Award.
Felicidades.
Yes. Thank you so much. The idea with this product specifically, and we always try to come up with 2 different products every year, is to have these options to be able to offer you something new, something different.
Yeah.
So if you have any idea of what we're able to try, we're always open. So we have astrantias, we have Rumex, we always are trying different tints. So it's always to be constant with the promise that we give to the clients, like to give you new things, to keep you up with different things.
They're growing ranunculus butterfly now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ranunculus elegans.
What isn't growing in Ecuador now? Everything is
Everything.
growing there now. It's amazing.
I think the only thing that doesn't grow here are peonies and tulips. And
Yeah.
even that, people are still trying to get them.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Sanday tried to grow peonies.
Yeah.
And they actually did it, but it didn't work out too well. But they actually did it.
Wow.
Peonies
Yeah.
are tough because you got to wait, 3 years?
Well, in there you have to grow them in containers because you have to put them in the freezer and then take them out. And it's
They love
Yeah,
the
you
cold.
need 4 seasons in order to grow peonies and tulips, because you need like the winter, like the part of like where the bulb freezes, I think, in order for them to grow and bloom.
Yeah.
So here the thing is
They
we
have
don't
to-
have
they have to season.
that temperature.
Christina's got all the knowledge,
Yeah.
man. Christina knows what she's talking
Well,
about. She's on point. She's like, I
course.
want the peonies, you know?
am I right, Cristina? Am I right? You used to be a school teacher, right?
I was a high school teacher, yeah.
So behave.
I
Behave.
taught English
You better
for
behave.
several years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But it must have been hard because you look so. I mean, you are young, right? And then all the students would probably look the same age as you. I would be like, "Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful high school teacher."
Who's this kid
Yeah.
trying to
Thank you,
teach
thank
this
you.
class?
Some
Love
were
it.
taller than most of them were taller than me because I used to teach high school, and I'm short. So yeah, I mean,
That's
I
fun.
started when I was 22. I stared teaching when I was 22.
Oh.
Right now I'm 36.
Well, you still look. You look 22 right now.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
Thank you.
The fountain of youth over there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the blue zone. Mike, I'm moving to Ecuador.
You need to go. You need to go over there, Mimi.
Yeah, we definitely wait
I
to
love
see you
Ecuador.
here.
I think I might retire in
Love to have-
Ecuador. But on the
That's
coast.
nice to hear.
Near the water.
It's nice too. It's nice too. And you have everything nearby. So make it happen.
So what's next for Florsani? What new products are you trying to come up with next?
What we are trying to do right now with the buquetera, actually, we want to achieve this dream that we have had for many years ago. So what we want to present to the market is some new bouquets that are different from the usual ones that you see. So that's the new thing that we are doing right now, always trying different products. That's the idea, and keeping up with all the programs and different interests that we find out on the way.
But if your
So
bouquet
we're
business
still
takes off,
working.
you're going to have to build a whole nother building for that.
Let's hope so. I mean, our dream has always been to be able to give more jobs to people, to make this dream even bigger, but because of people. So that's the idea. The idea is to keep in mind how else we're able to get bigger, but not for to get bigger, not for a company thing. It's because of people and because of Ecuador that we do that.
To continue to grow the community.
I'm curious
with
Exactly.
I'm curious what would make your bouquet different. How would you do something different than just the standard bouquet?
Oh, that's
Or is that top
what
secret?
the thing that we are trying to find out.
Gotcha.
They have
We are trying.
I know they have so many products, so they can do it all.
And they have a lot
at
of
the same
unique.
spot,
They have a
which
lot
is
of
a big
unique
advantage.
products.
They have a lot of filler products, and they're also growing like sweetheart roses that have way more vase life than a standard rose in a bouquet. You know, they're growing products that have good vase life.
Yeah.
And when you grow those all those different kinds of filler type of flowers, and you combine them with long-lasting focal flowers, it gives you a big, beefy kind of look. It does. It's not,
I can imagine
your
roommates
old-fashioned
and some of
bouquets. It'd be
that.
more of a European kind of look.
Yeah.
Is that what you think grocery stores should
And the
go
lilies.
towards?
I left out the lilies
some-
that they grow. They
some
also have
grocery
amazing
stores-
lilies, and the lilies help complement those bouquets as well. Yeah.
The European style, a lot of grocery stores, especially higher end ones, they have that European style. So they usually have like a premier, and then the smaller one. Thank you, thanks, friend. But that's exciting. I'm super excited for you guys.
Yeah.
I love that you're doing.
We
it
need some
for,
samples of
I
some
love,
bouquets.
I love what you said, that you're
Of
doing this
course.
not just to grow for your people, but for your country. Like, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's
And I
company
really-
and
yeah.
community as one. Again, more of a Japanese style philosophy. It's not just for me, not just for profit.
Okay, let me not cry. Let me ask you, when you're doing the Kaizen, do you guys have like a reevaluation? Does somebody have a certain job to make sure that you're continuously changing with good change? Like how often do you audit the system that you've already created?
Every single year, every person in the farm has this evaluation, 360 degrees evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do over there is, of course, being accountable ourselves, but also like have the whole picture of how we are doing as people, and also the Kaizen is the one that it's in there, like taking care of all these things. But I think accountability is like the main thing that we need to have like always in mind. Because that way, it's not only numbers, it's also the way that you're feeling, the way that you're ending your day. If you are tired, if you don't want to keep up with this anymore, that's the idea. I mean, work for us needs to leave you with energy. Instead of taking energy to you, it needs to fill up with energy. So that's why we manage an agenda that we're going to send one for you guys so that you can see the agenda that we manage. On the agenda, we have different things, and one of them is to measure your energy at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. So the idea is
My energy's
to
low.
know.
I was going to say, we're doing the opposite.
Yes.
I have a quote that says, go to work with 100%, but make sure that you leave and go home with 100%.
Not without coffee. No way.
We got a lot of cafecito here.
No, but you know what,
Cafecito,
Mike?
I
You may
know.
not realize it. Yes, you may be mentally tired, for all the things that are going on, but you don't normally just go home. You go and you take Sid to the park. You still continue on and do a lot of things that, may not be work related, but it's not like you're going home and laying on a couch.
Sid is a full-time job. I got news for you. That dog has a mind of his own.
Sid's an angel.
Somebody
Leave him alone.
somebody asked me recently if Sid was in Ecuador because of the picture of the new farm, and there was a dog that had like a dark black dog, and I go, I think that actually might be Mike's dream to take Sid to go.
No, but
to
I saw a
Ecuador.
lady on a plane to Ecuador taking her dog.
A
I mean, I
a
guess-
big
You have to
dog,
see
a big
this.
dog.
You
Yeah,
have
it's
to
pretty
see
big.
this.
Oh,
But come here.
I guess you have to
Sid would
bring
have
papers with you.
Look who is here. She's from the Florcan program.
Oh.
Say hi, Pelusa.
Peluta.
She was rescued. Pelusa.
Pelusa.
She, yes,
Love
it
her.
means like fluffy in English.
That makes sense.
So she was actually rescued at Malchingi at very bad conditions with a lot of problems. Her hip was broken, a lot of stomach problems, and a lot of things. So I adopted her before the pandemic, and we have been together for 5 years. So when I come here to study and everything, I was like, I need to take her, and she's with me right now. Now she's from Chicago, right?
Was it a difficult process?
To bring her?
And not that much. You need a lot of paper. The good thing is that she had like all the veterinary shots and everything. So you need to keep track on that. And you have to present that and get the hair papers ready in order to be able to bring her. And the good thing is that on Christmas that I went for like around 3 weeks, I took her back. So the dream, you're able
You see,
to
Mike, you
accomplish
can
that
take
dream.
Sid. You can take Sid to the farm.
Sid needs 2 seats though. two airline tickets.
Yes.
Sid flies
yes.
business class.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that
Oh
couch
my
and
God.
Yeah. He camouflages.
I was gonna say it's funny. He's been there the entire time. You probably didn't even notice him because he's blends in with the couch.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, but he has like
Yeah.
his head
He's a
up
big
like
boy.
he
He's
has
got a
been, like,
beard.
saying hi
He's so
too.
cool.
Yeah.
He's
He
amazing.
needs 2 seats.
Yes, 2 seats for sure.
Belen, how much time do you spend? Are you living in Chicago full time?
Yes, I'm living in Chicago right now full time. All the career is going to be 1.5 years. I still have 1 more year to go. I try to go back to Ecuador every 2 months. That's the idea because one thing is that I really miss the farm. We are used to go there every day, so I really miss like to be surrounded by the flowers and of course the animals and all of that. And for sure to be able to keep up with the different programs that we are still pushing. So the idea is to come back every 2 months. And every time, for example, the spring break last week, that was a spring break, I thought that I could have been like in the beach, like with a beer. No, I went to the farm and I was really happy to go over there. That was my spring break.
Nice.
So,
Love that.
Have you had a summer in Chicago yet?
well, I arrived at the end of July last year. But I had the strong winter. It was hard for me.
Yeah.
For Pelusa, was amazing. She was like playing in the snow, and she was really happy.
She
for
looks
me.
like a snow
No,
bunny.
it is a really cold,
yeah.
tough winter.
No, yeah.
Well, July's
It was
coming,
very
and
hard.
there's the
Yes.
The
there's
beautiful park in Chicago. Life in the summer is
amazing.
It's
Yes.
like European life. It's
there's
so
the
nice.
taste of Chicago with where all the
giant
restaurants
pickles.
show up.
St. Patrick's, they paint the river green.
Yeah, they
I think
dye it.
they're
Yes,
trying to stop
this
that.
Saturday we are
It's a
having
party.
that
St.
event.
Patrick's Day is a big party in the city.
I am getting
love it.
ready. I'm
All
getting
right.
ready for that. I will let you know how it goes on Saturday. But
She
I'm
needs
really
a green
excited.
Jeffress shirt. I guess a green Jeffress shirt.
Yes, that's true. That's
They gave me a
true.
nice green hoodie with the
Ah.
dog rescue logo on it.
Oh, that's right.
when I
Their
was
colors
there.
are green too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yes.
mommy was telling me
yeah
about
she
that.
tried to take it from me.
Yeah, I know.
Did mommy took treats for the dogs, right?
Always.
Have you had the
Always.
deep dish pizza?
Now, yes, it's amazing for me. I love Chicago style pizza. I
Which
think
one? Which
it's-
one is your favorite? Uno's or
Luminati.
Giordano's or
Uno's not that
Luminati's?
much. It's Luminaris. It's the name
Yeah,
of that
that's
one.
the best one.
Amazing.
I had Chicago style pizza in Ecuador. They had it there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I waited
It's
an
true,
hour
but
in Chicago.
that
for
one
my
is not
pizza.
that
No,
good.
it's not
It's
the
always
same.
They have
it's always
they
an
have
hour.
everything in Ecuador.
Yeah, there's
They
so many.
really
Yeah,
do. They
the
really
food
do.
options.
The food is
are-
amazing.
It is pretty impressive.
We do
all the
have a lot
options.
of options.
We want the soup here for the
Yeah.
office.
They got Krispy Kreme now.
Okay,
in
so hold
Quito.
on. There is an Ecuadorian restaurant here in Doral, and
Yeah,
I tried
it's a- but
ordering
it's not the same.
locro
No,
de
it's not
papa,
the same.
and it's
No,
not.
no, no.
It's not the same.
locro.
No.
That's
This
my
week I
favorite.
will try to make locro de papa at my house.
Cool.
Mimi, I will give you the recipe if I get it right.
No, I have
I will give you the
Ecuadorian
recipe.
family too, and I've never been able to make it. But send me the recipe. I'll try it
No.
again. I'm getting better and
Let's
better at
try
cooking.
it. That's
it took
great.
me one Carlos.
Type of the potato, actually. You need to get the right type of potato
That's-
in order to make the
that's the
locro,
thing.
because that's what makes it, a little bit.
But you know what? I've noticed that they said that it's the little golden potatoes that you have to get. You can't get like the russet or the big potatoes. You have to use
That
little
makes sense. They're yellow
soft potatoes.
because
Yes.
the soup is yellow.
Mm-hmm.
The variety of potato that we usually make locro with is called super chola.
Chola.
Okay.
Chola.
I don't know
like
if they
that.
have that at Publix.
Chola.
I just like saying it.
Chola con
Chola.
choclo. It's like chola con choclo.
I'm laughing actually because chola is something that it's one of our indigenous nationalities here in Ecuador that is from the south, that is from Cuenca, from the city I'm from.
Okay.
So they used to call us like cholos. People from Cuenca are usually called cholos. Yeah, so I'm a chola. And she also calls me morlaca, which is another thing that they call the people from the city I'm from. That's why Belen is laughing.
Is it Mexicans also who use cholos?
No, that's a different.
That's a different.
cholo.
That's a
I think
different.
that's different.
That's
right?
a whole different
Different.
cholo.
Different
I'm just saying.
connotation.
though.
That's a whole
Same
different
word.
style of cholo.
And then there's the monas, right? Like there's so many
Yeah,
different
the monas from the
Mhm.
coast.
The coast,
That's
yeah.
funny.
I have family from Cuenca and Guayaquil, and so yeah, it's funny. Everybody has names for everybody, and
Yeah.
but I guess that would
Ecuador
be similar.
is a very interesting place. It's a very interesting place, Ecuador.
I love it.
Beautiful.
I'm very glad. I'm very glad.
You need
So
to
guys,
come. Hope you can come soon and visit us so we can give you the whole tour
Sounds like a
and show
plan.
you a lot of
I'm gonna
everything.
put that on my list next time I,
I
go.
know.
You
I gotta
should.
go.
You guys should.
I
How
gotta
far
go.
is it from our farm?
Oh, it's complete opposite direction.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
You got to start out in Quito and then go there. Yeah, you don't want to go there from your farm.
But we can go from the airport, right?
Uh-huh.
It's closer from the
Yes.
airport.
Will-
Yeah.
Yes, very
Will
close.
I'm
you
gonna
guys
plan
be
this out.
displaying at Pro Flora?
I'm not sure about that. We don't know yet. But maybe yes. We like to make all these booths. We are really excited. We really enjoy making all these designs and everything. But at Proflora, we haven't decided yet. We're going for sure to participate in IFTF in Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Over there, you're going to see us for sure.
There you go.
That's where all the
Beautiful.
magic happens. That's where,
Casey's
that's where-
going to Holland this year. He'll be out there, right?
Yeah,
Can you get puppies in your booth? Is that allowed?
you should.
I wish. We
There's
should.
a trade
I
show
know.
here in Fort Lauderdale where the people have puppies
Yeah.
in the booth, and then there's always like a line of people to hold the puppies and stuff
They sell turf, so they have puppies at their booth for people to pet while they're trying to sell you on the
at
turf.
the TPIE show. It's
Yeah.
fun.
I didn't even know what
That's
they
a good
sold.
way of selling.
You just need to do the hypoallergenic dogs, the ones
Yeah.
that don't have
Yes.
like a lot of fur and stuff.
When I sold the supermarkets, I did a trade show for Pathmark, and their theme of the show was like jungle was
Mhm.
the theme. So I got like all these reptiles
Cool.
in my booth, and people were like, and I had a picture with a printer to print the picture, not as
Nice.
fancy as your printer, but it was
I
like
mean,
an old,
That's pretty good for back then.
yeah.
That is pretty good.
And
Ah.
back
people
in the
would hold in the
days.
snakes and the
How many women or men did
Lizards.
you scare? That
I was going to
freaked
say,
out?
you
No,
probably would
it
turn
was-
away a lot of
we were
people.
pretty active.
Oh, shit, that's
It was
a real
pretty active.
snake.
People love animals, man. People want to take pictures with animals and
Mhm.
fascinated with them, and especially when like you're at a trade show with produce and flowers. The last thing you think you're going to see is a giant boa constrictor or something.
You're just picturing him like Britney
That's fine.
Spears with the
Exactly.
snake.
That's exactly what I was picturing.
I actually want to.
Oops.
I think I still
did
have the
it
award.
again.
I still have the award. I won the award for that show.
Oh,
Yeah,
see?
There you go.
That's awesome.
You think this is
She-
all?
animals.
You think that's
Animals
all
in
talent?
the
I never.
booth,
I
It's
right?
not talent.
yeah.
That's inherited.
It's genetic.
It's
Don't
It's
forget.
genetics.
Yeah, it's where you got it.
Geneticities.
Don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to see reptiles, just go have lunch outside, and you'll see iguanas, lizards, all sorts of things.
It's true, yeah.
We have wild
in our
chickens
backyard.
here in the street.
in our Joel and I were having lunch yesterday or the day before outside, and there was like he kept feeding the lizards, and the lizards just keep getting bigger and bigger. I'm like, that's what's the problem. Everybody's giving them food.
Mike will offer you $100 if we can watch you catch a chicken.
You can't catch them.
If you
Is
can
that
catch
for
a
real?
wild
Oh
chicken,
my
I'll give you
God.
$100.
Really?
Yeah.
Real
Oh,
deal. But you got to let us watch you.
You won't
I'm
catch one.
scared.
Yeah, I
I'm
can.
No
scared
way.
of chickens.
Scared of chickens?
see.
They're so cute.
$100 for you, Joel. Go for it.
All right, Rocky Balboa.
I'll do it.
$100 cash money
I'll do
right
it.
now. You go out and catch one of them chickens.
I'll do it.
That's how they train football players.
The Rubik's will no
real.
longer
I'm not
be our
joking. That's
viral
real.
video. It will be Joelle catching a chicken. It will
Yeah.
be the
That'll be
viral
the
video.
Yes.
greatest video ever. Oh man.
You have to be
Please
very
do it.
quick to catch.
I can do the questions.
Yeah. Did we miss anything you guys wanted to touch on?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered everything, right?
More than anything, thank you guys. Really, we really appreciate you all. I'm really grateful for the opportunity of working with you. For how smoothly everything has been. It's always a pleasure to work with you. So no, just my part, just thanks.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Back at you.
Before we get into questions, do you want to hear some of the other Japanese philosophies?
Sure.
Yes.
Are you curious? So besides from the Kaizen, wabi-sabi. You know wabi-sabi? Just accepting
Isn't
the imperfect.
that for sushi?
That's accepting the
No,
imperfect.
that's wasabi. This is wabi-sabi.
Like that too. Wasabi.
Wabi-sabi.
Wabi-sabi.
Ikigai, which is like a reason for being, like putting like part of yourself into your work, basically. Bushido is a code of ethics and conduct for samurai warriors about loyalty and honor.
Which is the one where you break everything apart and you find perfection. Not perfection, but you find a new way of looking at things.
That's with the gold.
Yeah.
They've replaced it with the gold.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. What is that called? That's not on this list, but I know what you're talking about. There's also a good one I like that was Shirin Yoku, which is forest bathing, where you spend time out in nature.
You go
Naked and
bathing.
Afraid. I've
You
seen
go-
that show.
Okay, so I saw a commercial for Naked and Afraid, and it was a
Matsunai,
handicapped
maybe?
woman.
It's kintsugi.
Kintsugi.
I love
That's the
that.
gold. That's for fixing the gold.
Kintsugi.
fixing
It's
it with
called
gold.
golden healing. So you break something apart, and then instead of finding the imperfections of it, you add gold around. So like you break it, and that's gonna show you that there's something beautiful inside everything.
That's so nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I like them.
This episode.
They have a lot of beautiful philosophies. I'm a big
And they
fan.
do beautiful
They do.
funeral design, flower designs
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in Kyoto, right? It's Kyoto design.
I mean, it's one of the cities, but
Yeah. No, they call it Kyoto design, I think.
Ikebana?
Ikebana.
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 That's
Ikebana,
right.
yeah.
Ikebana.
So we're gonna
And
ask you guys.
Godzilla was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask you guys some questions. Well, Ryan's gonna ask you guys some questions. Just gonna tell us what you think right off the bat.
Just answer these as fast as you can. What at the moment is your favorite flower?
Gypsophila
Peonies.
always.
You both answered at the same time. Say it again.
Go, Chris.
Chris and
My
Liz.
favorite flower is peonies. I
Oh,
love
peonies.
peonies.
That's why she knows so
that's
much
what
She
about
knows.
growing
She's
them.
ready to grow them. I love it.
For me, it's Gypsophila always. I even have a tattoo. You will see it over here.
Oh,
Gypso.
love that.
You even enjoy the fragrance?
Of course.
Okay.
For me, once you work in a gypso farm, it's like a very
Okay.
nice smell.
Smells like
after.
fresh laundry.
Yeah. I wouldn't describe it like that.
I do.
Okay, what is the best sandwich?
Classic cheese, grilled cheese sandwich.
Nice.
For me, Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah. Much better.
Olga didn't bring us a Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to point that out again.
All right. What is the most overrated flower?
Don't kill me.
Roses.
I know, roses.
That's okay. That's a common answer. What about the most underrated flower?
Oh my God.
Freesia. I like them, but
Yeah.
they're kind of like small, so people don't actually look, don't pay that much attention to freesia. But I personally like it.
That's a good answer.
That's a great answer.
I will say gypso again because I think you can get. I mean, I love gypso. It's not because I sell gypso,
This
but the thing is
podcast
that
is brought to you by
Gypsy.
Florsani Gypso.
by Florsani gypso.
That's right. That's right.
The thing is that I think you can get so many designs with Gypsophila. Like an event could be like really, really elegant, but also really, really like country style. So you're able to have both ways. So I think that Gypsophila
That's very
is
true.
always,
It's
like,
very
taken
versatile. It is.
underrated.
Yeah,
you can do
that
a
is
lot with it,
true.
for
Great
sure.
way.
Yeah.
Great way to describe it.
If you could have one superpower, what would your superpower be?
I would like to live forever just so I can read a lot of books. I'm a bookworm.
Okay. Are you reading anything right now?
I was starting with Homo Deus by Yuval Noah, but I haven't actually gotten to do it yet. I have also a couple of books that I need to finish reading that I have, on the pending one, but I haven't gotten to do it yet.
I'm gonna invite you
yeah.
to the Women in Flowers book club too. I'll
Yay.
send you
Oh,
I'll
you
send you
have
both
one,
an
so that's
invitation.
great.
Yeah, make sure you guys join us next.
That community is growing. Man.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys will like it. Yeah. And then I also have another book club. I'll send you my books too.
They
my
still
book
won't let me
recommendations.
in.
You can't join, Fern.
You have to read the books.
You have
first.
to sue.
I love women. I think it's discrimination.
No, not involved. You're not invited. Sorry.
You're already in the men of floriculture
I know,
industry.
which is basically the floriculture
Exactly.
industry.
Exactly.
Wait, you didn't tell us your
Belen.
superpower.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe it could be
You should
to
travel to Ecuador whenever you want and come back to Chicago.
Yes,
Teleport.
that's a
She
great
wants to
superpower.
teleport.
Yeah, like the genie.
Yes, like that with the nose and
Yes.
everything.
Yeah. Exactly. If you could pick a famous person, a political figure, or somebody from history, an actor to have lunch with, who would it be?
That's
Character.
tough.
It could be anybody.
Real or fiction?
Somebody from your book.
Famous or not famous? You can have lunch with Mike Black.
That would be great.
I know.
But that we could make it real, like really soon. Maybe for me, I really admire my grandmother. She was from the coast of Ecuador, so it's in Ecuador. The people that are from the coast, it speaks differently. So it was really funny when she talked. I was really small when she passed away. But the thing is that I always remember her knowledge and the way that she talked, and always she was telling us a lot of things that are like intelligent things, like advices for your life and this and that. So right now, I think that will be the lunch, because I would love to hear her again, and to be able, from my side at this age, to be able to take those advice in a different way.
No, that's
So I think
beautiful.
that's
Beautiful.
the thing. Yeah.
Great answer.
So on my end, this is an actress I used to. I mean, I actually admire her a lot. She passed away recently. So Dame Maggie Smith. I don't know if you know
from
who she is.
Downton
Yeah,
Abbey.
Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter, or the Dowager from Downton Abbey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was
She's
amazing.
such an interesting woman. Like, not just her ability to become these very complex, characters, but also like all the knowledge and everything she poured into these characters. So she made them like her own.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a very interesting ability to just be able to pour yourself into something and make it your own. I've seen many different movies and video and series where she's been. She also played David Copperfield with the actor who played Harry Potter with Daniel Radcliffe when he was a kid. And she's like incredibly talented, like the wit, like that amazing wit she had. Yeah, it was incredible. I think she's someone I would love to have been able to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Do you know what Harry Potter house you're in?
Oh yeah, of course I'm a Ravenclaw.
Okay, there you go.
I'm a Potterhead through and through.
I could tell the way you gave that answer. I
love that.
can hear that. Yeah.
As long as you didn't say Hufflepuff, you're okay.
What's wrong with the Hufflepuff?
Hufflepuff is like
I'm
might be a
Ravenclaw.
Hufflepuff.
no, I
You
am
might be Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor.
I'm Ravenclaw, too.
I am Gryffindor.
I'm like half and half, I think.
Are
half Gryffindor, half Hufflepuff.
Huff and Puffs are the redheaded stepchildren.
Weasley.
Sorry.
Ronald Weasley.
What is your late night drunk food?
Pizza.
Great answer.
Chicken
New York
wings.
style.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
We have to have lunch. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
A lot
I want a
of-
We've
burger.
talked about a
lot
lot
of
of
food
food
talk
in
in
this
this
episode, man.
How can people reach out to you?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't think I forgot.
So
And
yes.
how can people help help financially with the dog rescue.
Definitely.
Yes. So if
By Florsani.
maybe they want to support, the dog and cat rescue, or maybe they want to help you with the ovejas, the bees, the elderly.
I'm sorry, can I ask that question real quick? Does buying any Florsani product automatically go towards the dog to Florican if you buy any product from Florsani? Is it like worked into the price? or something?
Directly right now, no. Of course, it helps with something, but we have merchandise. We have hoodies, for example. We have hats. We have a lot of things that way you're able to help. And right now, we are trying to come up with different products from the other programs. So for sure, we will keep you updated when we have that ready.
You got to sell some honey from the ovejas, some organic, natural,
Abejas.
organic
Abejas.
ovejas.
Abejas.
My mom would buy that.
Abeja.
Sure.
My mom loves that.
We do have bee, honey
Joe's
bee.
got a
Yeah.
Barry White voice going today.
Yeah. He says it's me that I got
Yeah,
him
we do
sick.
have
But
honey.
So
But
how can
the
how
hoodies
can they
and the
reach out?
hats and
What if we
everything.
want to buy some merch to help support the dogs? Where do we go?
So what we can do is you can reach out, for example, in this case, through me, that I'm your sales rep, so I can like contact you with the Florcan, the person in charge of the Florcan project, so we can figure a way, mostly to ship the
Yeah,
products
you got to send
to
it to
where
the U.S.
you're
That's the
at.
problem. Yeah.
I am
Yeah,
able
exactly.
to bring them, and I just sent a FedEx hoodie right now. Like at 10 a.m., I sent a hoodie to Charlotte.
Okay.
So I am able to bring them over here and for sure send you.
Okay, so what's
hoodies are
your
really
email
cool.
address, Belen? How can somebody email you so you can?
Mine is bgarcia@florsani.com. And also you can reach me at sales@florsani.com. That's the email that all the sales representatives, we got that email. So if you use that one, for sure you can contact us.
But I would recommend
You can
adding
also-
some kind of website where people can donate towards it. Because I'm
It's a
sure
little-
people will
it's a little-
definitely support
Right
it
now-
once they know
that's
about
going
it.
to be a little complicated because of the whole being in Ecuador,
Ecuador,
and
yeah.
but definitely support. And you guys can follow Florsani_flowers, right, on Instagram, and you can see
Yes,
Bruno's
on
picture.
That's Bruno. Yeah.
Bruno, the man that started
the
it
founding
all.
member,
Love it.
the man that
The
started
founder.
it all. Yes, the founder.
So amazing.
Right now, we are in the papers and everything to become a really legal foundation to be able to have all these different accounts and all the legal things.
Nice.
So
Yes, beautiful.
when we have everything ready, for sure, we will let you know. And we really appreciate that you guys are taking the time to make these interviews, to make this podcast, and try to share all the stories that the flower industry has. We work in a very interesting business.
Oh, yeah.
I am in
Agreed.
love with flowers and this business. Although I know sometimes we get a lot of headaches and a lot of nightmares and everything, but we work with beautiful things, beautiful creatures, and beautiful people. So as I promised Mike, I promised to you, we will make it happen. And I am really, really proud that right now we get to have a business together, but not only business, as you were mentioning. Relationship for us is the most important thing. And Cristina is amazing. So I'm so glad that you guys are doing great things together, and let's keep doing great things.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys, because
Agreed.
we as Florsani, we really admire you guys in a lot of ways. So it's really nice to keep working as a community in this flower business that it's so crazy.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Think it's definitely a mutual admiration. Everything that you guys got going on, all your projects are just simply beautiful. It's a beautiful thing that you can give back to the community and the animals and support so much. So thank you guys for everything you do.
Thanks to you guys. Thank you for having us.
Thank
for your
you.
support.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been, a super informative, super awesome, all around amazing feel-good episode. There is no bad today. Don't get mad at me. If you want some Rumex, if you want some of the beautiful products, the amazing Gypso that Florsani has, please reach out to us, reach out to them. But more importantly, you want to learn about what makes Florsani different. You want to learn about the Kaizen philosophy, the kids, the dogs, the cats, the bees, the elderly, everything that makes them them, because that's who they are. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.